weather, and it was very brave of you to walk from City Hall. What Jackie said there was very, very thought-provoking. Jackie is a professional who's worked in the area for 20 years. And I remember having conversations with Jackie before she worked for me, and she simply did not believe what I was saying about how bad children's services were in Cardiff. Unfortunately, through working for me, Jackie's been made aware of how bad things are. I first got involved in family courts in roughly 2007, and as a county councillor, I came into contact with, first of all, it was dads mainly, dads who were looking to get back in touch with their children through family court. When I got elected to the Welsh Parliament behind me at the Senydd in 2016, there was a bit of a change, because what I saw then was a lot more mothers coming through the door, and it was mothers who were trying to get contact with their children. We've always tried to help that, and we work closely with the charity Both Parents Matter Cymru, because both parents do matter. What happened roughly from 2017 onwards, the last 3 years, was that there was a constant stream, and there still is, of cases involving children's services. And as I was saying, walking here today, I simply would not believe what is happening if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. If I hadn't read reports that I have read, I simply would not believe that children are being taken into care needlessly. Lots of profit, as we've heard, are attached to these children. And what has really shocked me in delving into cases is that we have uncovered hard evidence of lies, of falsehoods routinely put to court. There was a recent court case where lies were told about my conduct, actually, to the judge. And thankfully we can disprove what was alleged, and the Heath Hospital confirmed that what was said to have happened did not happen. But what we're coming across is case after case after case, lie after lie after lie, and there comes a point, and we've reached a point now where this cannot be put down to mistakes only. When you make errors, you should be open to rectify those errors. And what has shocked us in our office is presenting black and white evidence to Children's Services, which is situated just half a mile over there. And they have not paid any attention at all to the evidence that we've given them.
I believe that they're
there was a case
answerable to themselves.
A few months ago where the parents were said to be alcoholics. They were said to indulge in domestic abuse. They were said to have a very violent relationship. And I knew it simply was not true. We presented evidence, which was dismissed by a child protection conference. They dismissed our evidence, and only when I threatened to involve the South Wales Police was there a forensic review of the case. And what happened was, I was told, the social worker had copied and pasted the wrong file. They had the wrong parents, and as a result, the child was not immediately taken into care.
That's okay then.
There's another case which was before the courts, and the child is now in care. And the reason that was given for the children unable to go with the grandparents of the family, that pretty serious criminal convictions were raised. And any right-thinking person would think, well, actually, you know, given what has happened, they probably shouldn't have care of the children. It turns out they had the wrong family again. They had the wrong person.
Disgraceful.
They didn't even get the person's surname right. And I mean, these are basic errors. I encourage every single parent in dealing with children's services to record. And the parents who have recorded have got the best results, because you can prove then what is going on. And anyone watching this out there, like live on Facebook, I'll say to you that you can always record. It's in the public interest. and it's also a mechanism to defend yourselves.
You've got to tell them though.
What you need to do when you record is not to publish it. If you publish a recording, then you will have broken the law. But you can keep the transcript, you can keep the recording to defend yourself and prove what has or has not happened. And parents who have followed that advice usually get the best results. We're outside the Welsh Parliament today because this is where the solution lies for me. We started a new party with the Welsh Nation Party, and at the very top of our agenda is children's services. And we want to see changes in Welsh law. Thankfully we have Parliament. We don't have to wait for Westminster. We can legislate ourselves in Wales, and I want to see changes to law. I want to see families supported, not punished. I want to see an end to forced adoption. I'm sick and tired of seeing mothers devastated by losing their children. And what should be happening is this building behind me should be making laws where parents and families are supported, not punished. I'm just commissioning some research into children's services around the world. And if you look at places like Scandinavia, whole families go into children's services. But they're supported, they keep their children, and then everyone is much better off. I don't think there are much more precious things than family and family love. And what we're seeing in Wales is scandalous. And most people out there, most people watching this won't realise what is going on, because children are being taken into care. 80% of companies looking after children in Wales are private companies. They look after children for profit, and there's a sign over there, there's a banner, our children are not for profit. I completely agree with that. I want to see the profit motive taken out of children's services. We can do that with legislation through the Welsh Parliament. There's another sign there. If you don't stand with children, you don't stand for much. Absolutely agree. And today, I will be writing to the Chief Constable of the South Wales Police, because I want a police inquiry into what is happening in children's services. What we should have is an inquiry all over Wales. I want cases looked at, I want evidence taken, I want statements taken, and I want to know why these people are getting away with lying about parents and taking children into care. There has to be a full-scale, fully funded police inquiry into what is going on, and that's what we're here today, because it has to come to an end. And what I will pledge today is tomorrow, the next day, and the next day after that, as long as I've got a breath in my body, I will fight for children's services to be reformed. I will fight for the rights of families to simply be able to love their children and be with their children. And that's what we do. Join us.